Apostolate of Jesus 17. Was Jesus a source of peace or war? JN 7. Was Christ, by his coming, by his preaching, a source of peace or war? One could say that he can only be a source of peace. He preaches the love of God, the love of our neighbor. The fact that this life prepares for the next world, nobody can deny it. Well, it would be a mistake to think that he is only a source of peace. This message, which is one of peace, can only attract the hatred of the world, and this is what Jesus says, chapter 7, verse 7 of St. John, "The world hates me because I testify that its works are evil." Indeed, what have always been the values of the world? The values of the world consist in building one's life here below, in building one's house, and what is most important, is the consideration one receives from others, hence vanity. It is also money because it gives a sense of security, and then pleasure, since one lives day to day. The result, the world, confronted with the message of Jesus, even without Jesus seeking it, is confronted with the truth, that, in fact, they have buried deep in their soul, because their soul carries this truth. As the world wants something else, the immediate, sensitive life, well, the mere presence of the righteous is, what the Book of Wisdom says in chapter 2, angers them, because he reminds them of their sins. And so, the world goes into a fierce hatred and destroys. One often wonders, why was Jesus put to death? Is it because he provoked the Jews? He told them, "Brood of vipers." So they took revenge? Or because he provoked them by performing miracles on the Sabbath, and therefore in relation to their conscience, in relation to the law they had set? The deep reality is that the world hated him because he preached the Father and the primacy of love and humility that gives eternal life. The simple people who had not made their home in this world followed his message because their souls were nourished by it. And the people who inhabited the world began to hate him and did everything they could to destroy him, by all means, lies, false testimony, etc. Well, what happened to Jesus happens to all of those who follow him. They lose their job, they can be banished, and if, in a civilized world, you cannot kill them physically, you can kill them socially.